The day her aunt found out she was building a shop, a bird hit the window and died. By evening, the bricklayer fell from the scaffold. That night, the builder's wife went into early labor. And that was just the beginning, how it all started. There was never a plan to keep the shop a secret. It just happened that way. When a girl grows up with people who gossip more than they greet, hiding great plans and achievements become a form of safety. After Joy's mother died, her father's elder sister, known to everyone as Mama Ozo, took her in. The neighbors respected Mama Ozo. She dressed properly, prayed loudly, and never missed midweek service. But behind her clean wrappers and church attendance, she ruled with quiet wickedness. "You have hands, but your mates have shops," she would say. "You eat my food like a queen, but bring nothing into this house." So Joy worked. After finishing secondary school, she began frying akara in front of their compound. She saved every coin. Her dream was small: build a shop and be free. That dream started with one bag of cement. No one knew, not even her closest friend Kioma. Not because Joy didn't trust people, but because she had learned to protect anything she loved. Mama Ozo had a way of poisoning anything bright. So when a small patch of land became available behind Mama Ebere's kiosk, Joy quietly paid for it. She bought wood little by little, carried cement bags in secret, and paid the bricklayer in pieces. Every morning, she prayed over that land. She carried her tools in black polythene bags and smiled when greeting people. Then one morning, the banana seller whispered, "Your auntie passed here yesterday." She stood. She watched. Then she spat. That evening, the air in the house changed. The walls felt tight. The silence was thick. Joy knew something had shifted. That same night, Mama Ozo did something strange. She cooked jollof rice, added plantain, even gave Joy 2 pieces of meat. Joy sat, confused but quiet. Then Mama Ozo smiled and said, "I heard you're building something small." Joy froze. "It's just something to help me stop frying akara on the road," she said slowly. Mama Ozo's smile widened. "That's good. May God bless your hustle." But sleep ran away that night. By morning, the cement worker returned with worry. "Auntie, the foundation is wet. Blocks are breaking." Rain hadn't fallen. That's when Joy understood. The fight wasn't about akara or shops. It was deeper. The following days felt like slow fire. The bricklayer stopped coming regularly. His child was suddenly sick. His wife's legs began to swell. "It started when I touched that land," he whispered. Then the sand supplier swore he brought everything Joy paid for, even though half the sand was missing. Arguments followed. People started avoiding the site. The banana seller, always alert, said again, "Your auntie came here 2 nights ago. She stood, she mumbled something, then she walked away without turning back." That night, Joy had a dream. A snake entered her shop and curled up in the middle. It stared at her and hissed. She woke up choking on air. That was the first time quitting crossed her mind. Joy pushed forward. She cleaned, she hammered, she swept the site herself, she cooked for the workers. Then one hot afternoon, while dusting the wooden shelves, the ground beneath her shifted. She tried to hold the wall. Her hands missed. She dropped. Voices screamed, "Joy! Joy!" She woke up lying on a mat in Mama Ebere's kiosk. Neighbors fanned her with wrappers. Someone rubbed salt on her lips. Her body shook like dry leaf. She returned home slowly that evening. Mama Ozo was outside frying akara. "You came back early," she said, smiling calmly. "I heard you fainted." She dropped another ball of akara into the hot oil. "Don't worry. These things happen when someone rushes ahead of grace. Joy didn't speak, but inside her chest, something broke quietly. Kioma came the next morning. She had noticed the dull eyes. After hearing the full story, she said, "We are going to Pastor Nduka." They went. The pastor looked at Joy with quiet eyes. "You're building something with your hands," he said slowly, "but someone is trying to scatter it with her mouth." He gave her verses. "Pray at midnight, 7 nights. Don't stop speaking life over that land." That night, Joy knelt by her thin mattress. In the next room, Mama Ozo snored loudly, her fan blowing gently. Joy whispered, "If this is a battle, then God, please fight for me." Sunday afternoon came bright and peaceful. Church had just closed. People walked home chatting, buying corn by the roadside. Joy stopped by the shop to sweep. The new roof was finally in place. She hummed while dusting a wooden bench. For the first time in weeks, her heart felt light. She looked at the building and whispered, "Thank you, God. Just one more step." As she walked home, a boy ran past, yelling, "Fire! Fire! There's fire near Mama Ebere's back fence." Joy turned and ran. Smoke rose high. Neighbors shouted. Buckets of water flew. The heat slapped every face. The shop was burning. Joy screamed and tried to enter. Someone held her back. Flames danced across the new roof. The wood cracked and gave in. As people fought the fire, Mama Ebere pulled Joy aside and whispered, "Before the fire started, your auntie was seen standing by the door." That night, Joy sat on the steps till morning. Inside, Mama Ozo stirred a pot of okra. She looked up and said calmly, "Sometimes when God closes a door, it's for your own good." Then she smiled, a slow, knowing smile. The fire left ashes, but it didn't kill Joy's hope. Kioma came with soft anger. "Go back to the market. Don't let her think she won." Joy borrowed money and bought a basin of okra. She sat on a wooden bench near the junction and called out to passing buyers. An old woman with wrinkled cheeks stopped. She stared, then stepped close and said, "Your aunt thinks you're alone, but you're not. Rebuild." Before Joy could speak, the woman was gone, swallowed by the crowd. That night, a new fire burned inside Joy. She picked up a notebook and began to draw. She would build again, but this time she wouldn't hide it. 3 days later, Joy had a dream. Her shop stood tall, painted sky blue, shelves full. People smiled. A woman in white entered. Her face glowed, calm like water. She touched Joy's hand and said, "The battle is not just with your aunt. It is with fear, and fear has lived in you too long." Joy woke up crying. The next morning, she called Chucks the carpenter. Then she called the bricklayer. They began again, piece by piece. Kioma helped with paint. The banana seller gave snacks to the workers. Mama Ebere cleared space near her own kiosk. Bit by bit, the shop returned, but this time it came with peace. One evening, word spread around the street. Mama Ozo was sick. Her legs had swollen. Her voice was gone. Her laughter had turned to groaning. Kioma and Joy visited. The room was dark. A fan spun slowly. Mama Ozo lay sweating, wrapped in her colorful cloth. She looked at Joy with weak eyes and whispered, "I didn't want to destroy you. I just didn't want you to leave me behind." Joy didn't reply. She held her bag tightly. Mama Ozo reached out. "Everything worked when you were under my roof. I was afraid of losing control." Joy stood still. The silence between them was louder than shouting, but it was enough. The sun rose bold and bright. Joy stood outside her completed shop. Fresh blue paint covered the walls. The hand-painted signboard read, "Joy's Corner, small start, big dreams." Balloons bounced in the breeze. Children danced. Neighbors laughed. Kioma arranged groundnut jars. Chucks fixed the final shelf. People came. They bought. They blessed her. Even Mama Ebere cried. You didn't bend. You didn't break. And standing tall in her clean wrapper, Joy smiled, not wide, but full of peace. Across the dusty road, someone stood under a mango tree. It was Mama Ozo. Her wrapper was clean, her hands folded. But she didn't speak. She watched the customers enter. She saw the laughter. She saw the girl she once tried to crush, now standing tall. Joy looked up and saw her. She didn't wave. She simply nodded and turned back to help a customer. Some victories don't need noise. Later that day, the sun hit the signboard just right. Joy's Corner, small start, big dreams. People passed and pointed. Some took pictures. Others asked how it all started. Joy didn't give long stories. She just smiled. Because what matters most wasn't what burned. It was what rose again. Moral of the story. Not everyone will clap when you rise, but keep building. The biggest battles are not always outside. Some live in silence, fear, and small words. Keep rising until your peace stands tall. If this story moved your heart, please subscribe for more real African stories, full of pain, hope, and healing. The end.